Hey folks, how's it going? I hope you're well and welcome to this, the first video of 2018. Now, a couple of things happened this week which are very cool. Firstly, the channel went past 35,000 subscribers, and secondly, Train Track Setup number 6 went past 10 million views on the platform, which is just mind-blowing. So thanks for all your support, and if it's your first time to channel DunksterBricks, then feel free to subscribe and you can watch me bumble about and play with Lego trains and attempt to build a town. Now, if you watched the videos last year, you will know that these stack-ons weren't here last year. I've been trying to sort through the Lego collection, my Lego collection, and the Lego room to make it more practical and more functional really, and easier to build things. So anyone who's built anything major knows that you need a well organized Lego collection, and this is me learning that lesson really. So I'm just I organized everything so I can get to it, and I'm also going to need to sort of part things out and just sort through the Lego collection so it actually makes sense and I can find things. That should make building Dunkton a lot easier, and well, I should make a lot better progress once I have a more organized collection. So this haul, which we're going to go through today, is more Dunkton related. It's town related, and there's some train related things there as well. So out of these boxes, as you can see, I've got some from Lego. These are just some switches and some motors. I'll open these up in a minute. As you can see, I've got more stuff from DunksterBricks and some other things from Bricklink. So I'll start with the Bricklink stuff, since well, some of this stuff is from before Christmas for me, so I've just been waiting to make a video in order to open all of this stuff. But I had train videos to do first that I wanted to get done by the end of the year. So okay, so this order was for 1,500, I think just over 1,500 of these 2x2 tiles. So obviously that is going to go into paving and things for Dunkton once I need to get paving down as well. I've also started trying to build a MOC train station as well, so no doubt these will probably be used for that as well. So that's very handy. So 1,500 tiles. Next up is this order. Okay, and these are just extra pieces, just gotta go into making Dunkton as well. I've got a bunch of these ones. I think they're going to be quite useful at some point. I've got some ideas on how to use them, whether they pull off or not, and I've also got some of these transclear blue pieces for water and things like that. We'll see how that goes as well. I have lots of ideas of how to build things, and then well, we'll see if it works as well. And I got some of these aerials. I've got to try and do something cool with these. They were fairly cheap, so well, I'll see if my ideas pay off, no doubt. But anyway, that's also some 2x2 bricks as well, grey, dark grey. So just various things all going into Dunkton and for the future. So these will be parted out and put into drawers so I can find them easily now as well, instead of just going into random containers and then not being able to work out where anything is. And finally this one came today. Okay, so I got one of these base plates. I thought this would be good for the station. It just means I can sort of like build the platform out slightly instead of having a normal road base plate, and I thought it would look good outside the station. Whether I need another one or not, I'm not sure, but it's in pretty good condition. It was used. I mean, all of these are going to be used anyway, but I thought that would look good outside the station. So there's that. And also I got some arch pieces as well. All of this is yeah, I've got another thing. I've got so many ideas I want to do, but I need to sort out all the Lego and make sure I know where it is, and then I can actually start building things. So yeah, we'll see how Dunkton develops over the following year, I suppose. And finally, I'll go for this 4DBricks. So I'll shift this over here. If you don't know who 4DBricks are, they do 3D printed parts, but they also do some automation equipment. specifically for Lego trains and for monorail. So I've got some more extension leads, which are very handy. And this is a switch controller, so the motorized switches and everything. I've got 4 more of those. So I bought 4 lights. Previously I bought 4 lights, extra lights, and 4 extra sensors, and these are the 4 extra switch motors as well. And also I've got another sensor which is related to the monorail stuff, so I'll showcase the starter set that they do for the monorail stuff for all you monorail fans at some point, so you can see that running, and that'll be running in a sort of like a half-built Dunkton, but we'll see that running as well. So finally, open one of these, and it's just a train motor. So I've got 3 more train motors. This is going to come in handy. I'm going to try and modify one of my already modified trains. So we'll see how it goes. And a lot of people always go, why don't you use the Technic switches? In most cases, I just haven't needed to. I modified the motors a lot of times just by cracking it open and switching wires across. But and that was really started because there wasn't enough space in some of the engines, like the blue cargo train or the heavy haul train. There isn't enough space to add an extra switch just to reverse an engine. But in the train that I'm going to try and modify further, then I'm going to have enough room to use some of these switches. So that's what that's for. So I've got I bought 3 motors and I bought 3 switches as well. I won't need all 3 switches, but I'll be using the switches in other projects, future projects. Rumour has it there are 2 more trains on the way this year. Hopefully those rumours are true, so I'll find a use for that stuff if it doesn't get used. So there you go, that's the Dunkton haul done with. So there's just lots of parts that I need to sort out, and then try and work out how to integrate the 4D brick stuff into a sort of a planned city build and everything like that. There's a lot less space around here for the railway, so the railway will probably run through sort of some undecorated space, but I think there'll be more detail getting added to the elevated town and everything like that once I get myself organised. Coming up also, there's going to be videos that have been requested quite a few times. A look at the custom carriages that I've built for the Emerald Knight with sort of like part lists and everything like that to go with it, and also the small powered sort of carriage wagon that I use to power the Constitution, the Lone Ranger Constitution. That's been requested quite a few times. So I'll go through how I build that, and maybe I'll build sort of like a couple of other ones in future videos, just to show how you can sort of make a wagon and just power it, and then you can hide all your power function stuff in that and pretty much power any train you want to if you've just got this sort of like wagon. Anyway, we'll go through that and see what 2018 brings. I've got ideas for more videos and more track builds and everything like that. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.